Well, good evening, and welcome to Comet Vision KFEX production of Schnute High School football. It's an absolutely wonderful evening here for football here in Fort Scott, historic Fort Scott. You know it's historic, Chad, because there's a fort in the title.
It makes it an old town with a lot of history.
The coach, Chad Graham, with us tonight. My name is Dave Rimbold. We'll be on the call for you this evening. We've got some interesting views tonight. We're down on the sideline basically. So we're going to have an interesting angle from tonight's point of view. We do have monitors, but you'll notice the cameras are in not quite the same positions you'd normally have them. So we're going to do our best to tell you what's going on here, to describe the action as we get ready to play a football game. It is 4-1 Schnute High School versus 1-4 Fort Scott. Fort Scott got their first win last week on the last play of the game against Labette.
That's always a positive, Dave, rolling in on their homecoming night.
Yep.
Schnute has to come in not counting them out.
It is homecoming here in Fort Scott. They did all their homecoming festivities before the game, as the schools like to do these days. Back when I was in school, they did those at halftime, Chad. You explained at homecoming at Schnute why that wasn't good as a football coach.
Yeah, usually you have one or two of your key players that have to go out at halftime and miss what you're going over. So when I saw you guys hosting it before the game, it seems adequate that a coach made that happen.
Yeah. So they do these before the game now, and I don't know who won because I don't know the Fort Scott kids, but it was someone in the band because the band went nuts, and good for them. It is almost time, so I don't know that there's much analysis we can do in this game. In fact, I don't know that there's much analysis that we can do for the rest of Schnute's regular season schedule. What we're looking at here is a very good Schnute High School football team, and it's a down year in the SEK, as you've got these schools who are, Fort Scott's usually got a pretty good team, and most SEK schools usually have a pretty good football team, but for whatever reason this year, you've got a few of these schools struggling. Fort Scott has been struggling. Labette, they're going to get Coffeyville next week, who is winless. Labette is winless. So how do you keep your focus, Chad, when you're looking for a high seed, you're heading for the playoffs as a coach, and you've got 1-4, 0-5, 0-5 the next 3 weeks?
I think every head coach tells you can't look past your next week, and so they can't look over anybody, as we've been rolling pretty easily over our last few teams that we've played. So I just think that you can't look over them, and you got to play each game for what it is. Like tonight.
If we're looking at keys to the game for Schnute, first and foremost, you want to get out of this game without any injuries. No injuries for Schnute High School. That would be, I think that has to be, you want the W, of course, you want to win. But I think if you're looking after that, the top priority is, hey, let's don't get anybody hurt tonight, or for the next 2 weeks for that matter. Because it just is 4A, the division you're in, you're not talking about teams with enough size to be able to absorb a lot of injuries and just plug someone else in and still operate at the same level. So Schnute's going to want to win, of course, but they're gonna want to get out of here without any injuries.
You and Mike were saying the last week or 2 weeks ago that we had always had pretty good key players, but how good our line is. So yeah, it hurts all 22 positions.
Fort Scott coming out onto their home field now, as you may or may not hear the home crowd getting a little loud. What you can tell just from looking at them, Chad, is that this is a smaller team, not a lot of big kids. And so Schnute should be able to impose their will on the lines, as they've done against a lot of teams. The offensive and defensive lines, especially for Schnute, have been very good, and the defense has been dominant.
I didn't see the stats, but I don't think either one of the last two games they got over 50 yards, 60 yards total.
Man, that's incredible. So they're actually introducing the starting lineups here for Fort Scott here on homecoming. Schnute still has yet to come out of the locker room, but we got about 5.5 minutes to game time. What do you expect to see out of Schnute tonight? Now, Schnute's usually a pretty balanced offense. Do you expect to see the same old offense? Do you expect to see him run a little bit more? What do you think is going to happen here?
I bet you they do run a little more. I don't think they're going to bring out any of their trick plays as you're drawing closer to the end of the season for what we were talking about, making it to the playoffs. So I bet you we see a lot of running, probably some different running backs maybe.
Yeah.
Get some.
Well, we saw, like a couple weeks ago, we saw freshman Quentin Harding get into the game. He'd been dynamite on special teams against Ulysses, and he actually got into that game, got some snaps at running back. You were saying on the way down here, this may be, as you go into this part of the season where you're hyper aware of, like, man, we really don't want to lose anybody. We're playing teams we should win. Do you work these younger players more into the game even when you're not up by 40?
I think you got to get them in the second half at least to get them started in case somebody goes down. They're ready to go.
Yeah,
it's important to give your seniors their time on the field, but if you're not ready for that one time, you're not preparing.
Yeah, Schnute High School, that's the wisdom of the coach. The coach, Chad Graham with me, Dave Rimbold here on the call. If you don't know, if this is the first time you have, we got fireworks. Oh my goodness. Lots of fireworks. That's the COVID budget. That's where the relief budget went to the fireworks. Don't tell anybody. We are getting ready for football here. Schnute is out on the field now. And this should be a fun night for Schnute High School and the Blue Comets. We'll see what happens, but I am fully expecting that this is Schnute would be favored in this game for sure, and we'll see if they can just come out and take care of business. As I was saying before, if you haven't watched yet this year, if this is the first time you're tuning in to the broadcast, what you are seeing tonight is the work of a specific class at Schnute High School, the tech class, and basically this is kid run. The kids are running the cameras, they're running the production. I'm standing behind a production table with 6 monitors right now, and you've got, like, it looks like Monday Night Football back here. And this is all kids running this. They're taught by Caleb Wood, who gets them ready and gets them going to do this broadcast. And KFEX part of it is they bring us idiots in. We're the professionals, and we come in to do the play-by-play and the color and hopefully do it well. We got the captains out on the field. Jackson Combs, number 67, Nate Cunningham, senior, out there. Also number 13, Cam Kester, and number 64, Tucker Davis, the captains out here. Looks like Schnute has won the toss. Fort Scott has elected to receive. So Schnute, Fort Scott won the toss, and they want the ball. Yep. Okay. You don't see that very often, but they want the ball. Schnute will get the ball to start the second half. So we're getting ready for football tonight.
Dave, the sidelines look a little outnumbered on each side. Our side looks like we got a lot more option.
Yeah, Fort Scott, as I said, they just appear to have some down numbers this year. They were just not as many kids out for football. But Fort Scott, traditionally a pretty good SEK power. What I'm expecting to see is a pretty well-coached team, regardless. So we get ready for kickoff. As I said, your camera angles are going to be a little different tonight. Our production has so many moving parts and is involved. We often, when we go out on the road, we don't get access to the press box when we go on the road. We have our spot at home because it's home, right? They make room for us. Hey, there I am. Whoa, there you are. All right, we're here broadcasting. They say the camera adds 100 pounds. So, in case you're wondering, I'm actually really skinny. But the different camera angles tonight are because we are on the visiting sideline and don't have the same kind of camera space we usually do to film from. So we will do our best to kind of try and describe the action, but we're down on the sidelines as well. So we're not used to watching from this angle either.
Well, we're getting ready to do one of the things Chanute's done a great job at this season is keeping people contained on the kickoffs.
I'm excited about watching young Quentin Harding on special teams. You keep an eye on number 35, the freshman, 5'7", 147 pounds. There he is on your screen, number 35. He has been very good on special teams, and I think he is a great young player in the making for Chanute.
He's going to be a good asset, that's for sure.
Putting the ball down now is Stark Wright, senior kicker. And we're about to get this game started. We got them lined up. Stark puts the hand up, approaches the football. The kick is up. It is a short kick taken somewhere near the 10. Now up the field. It's got some running room and is wrestled down near the 35. Yeah, you're going to have to bear with us.
Number 20, Jordan Duncan.
Yeah, you're going to have to bear with us. As I said, on the yard line markers and things like that, it's really difficult for us to see down here. We'll see what Fort Scott elects to do. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Quarterback Cal Cousins, sophomore quarterback for Fort Scott, so young. They line up with two backs, a little handoff to the left.
Nice tackle by linebacker number 9, Emling.
Cade Gulager, a senior running back for the Tigers on the run. Going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Chanute's running the 4-3 defense tonight.
2nd down and 5 upcoming on the 41 now.
They got more guys in.
Here's the snap. Little give to the first back through, and he's going to be stacked up. Stacked up, nowhere to go. Lots of comments there, including what looked like number 57, Jacob Aguilar.
They brought their safety in on that play.
3rd down and 5, no gain on the play. So big 3rd down right here. Chanute has done a great job defensively of getting teams off the field on 3rd down. Actually, they're going to say he gained a couple yards, 3rd and 3. Here is the option to the right, and the quarterback keeps it. He is not going to get there.
That's 3 and out, Dave. Think they'll do what Ulysses' coach did?
Well, this does bring up an interesting thing. They're running out the punt team, so no. But Ulysses went for a questionable 4th down deep in their own territory to start off the game against Chanute, which didn't work. But Fort Scott appears to be seriously punting. Here is the snap. Oh, it's a high floater, but the punter's got it. He unleashes a kick. It's short, and it's going to bounce high.
Quentin Harding picks it up.
Almost muffed the punt, but he falls on it.
What a lucky bounce. Good catch.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky because that was an awkward line drive-ish kick. That bounce could have gone a lot farther away from Quentin.
Yes.
But he gets away with it. But this is a good sign. So Quentin's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a sign that maybe they're going to get him more involved in the game. I mean, not after you muff the punt.
No.
Because now you got Coach in his own head thinking, well, I don't know.
That's the freshman versus the senior. Maybe he'll give him another chance. Say, hey, that was just the jitters.
Here comes Chanute with their first offensive possession of the day. Herb back at quarterback in the shotgun. He's got Leedy next to him. He gives to Leedy. Leedy looking patiently waiting for a hole to open up that never quite did. A gain of what looks like a few.
It's real hard to see from this angle, Dave.
Yeah, it really is. It appears that he got a couple yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. They gave him 3. Same formation, 4 wides. Herb back in the gun.
Fort Scott's running a 4-3.
Ooh, bad snap. Herb corrals it now. A little swing pass out to the right is caught.
Safety.
Oh, makes the man miss, but the second man won't. Minimal gain. Well, they were lucky to just get away with a completed pass to Sean Williams there.
That was a good play by the safety, Fort Scott, coming up to help his corner out.
Yeah, Fort Scott's defense was flying around on that. Maybe got some speed. They might be undersized, but some decent speed out there for Fort Scott. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. They managed to gain a yard on that.
We'll see if our size starts to wear him down, how long it takes.
Third down here on the first set of downs for Chanute.
Got 3 wide to the right.
Now man in motion is Seamster. It's a fake to him. A little out pass to the receiver's caught. It's going to be short of the first down, though. Caught by Cam Kester. We'll see if Chanute keeps the offense on the field here on 4th and short.
Think they're going to go for it?
Looks like they will. They're keeping the offense on the field. They break the huddle. They're going to hurry out, try and catch Fort Scott sleeping. It is 4th down and 2.
They got twins. They got an uncovered receiver. Oh, he's getting covered up.
Now man in motion, Seamster. Herb trying to draw him off. Now he's going to back up into that shotgun position and run the. Now he's
going to do the quick
back
punt.
and weave him up. It's a little quick punt, a little end over end. This is going to roll a long ways. Good punt there for Herb.
Rolling dead.
And the ball is down inside the 20.
Looks like 17-yard line.
8:07 to go here in the first. And both teams have had a offensive possession. Nothing to show for it.
We got one good first down. I bet you start working out the jitters. See what the defense does here to Dave.
So Fort Scott will take over 1st and 10 on their own 17. Quarterback under center turns and gives to the running back who is stacked up again.
Met by the whole defensive line.
Well, you're running right into what has been the strength of the Chanute defense so far this year.
Dave, this is a game we might see. I see that we got several kids going both ways in our numbers. Maybe we'll get some of their backups in. And
I did think it was interesting you had Quentin Harding back there to receive that first punt.
Be his block, yeah.
Maybe looking, here's a little pitch out to the right, and the Chanute defense extends well, and they're going to lose a lot on that play, theoretically.
This defense is tucking their ears back, coming at us.
Well, this defense, I don't know. Their run defense is so good because they're so big up front, but they're quick on the outside. You just can't. There seems to be no good way. Pittsburgh found this out. There's no good way to attack them with the run. They just have a well-balanced run defense. And so you're almost forced, as Ulysses found out, that you got to go to the air. And if you're not prepared to do so, it's going to be a long night.
Yep.
3rd down and 12. Quarterback Cousins has got it. He's going to throw one up, and it is just up in the air, and no one really there, incomplete. Well, that was not a good-looking pass for the sophomore.
I think if the corner were to turn his head a little earlier, he probably could have made a play on that.
Well, it was almost so poorly thrown that nobody knew where it was, which I guess is a pretty good, is not a terrible play for you.
Safe. Yeah.
So the Fort Scott will obviously punt here on 4th and 12.
Wonder if Chanute will go for the block. So tight to the end zone. Oh, they're back.
Here's a nice lobbed punt snap, but here's a nice high punt. Different punt returner back there is Ty Leedy. He's going to have a little room, tries to get it up there, makes a few guys miss, and then is belted down by number 44. That is J.C. Gross, 6-foot freshman.
That was a nice tackle.
Was. Chanute, though, will be in business here starting across midfield.
Because Ty's hard to tackle. He's not very many people been able to stop him.
No. He runs like he's much bigger, but Ty Leedy, only 5'8", 155 pounds. So starting from the Fort Scott 42, second possession here for the Blue Comets. Herb in the gun. Caden Seamster in motion. They're going to give to Ty Leedy, and Leedy's got a few up the middle. So I think we're finding out early, kind of discussed maybe what Chanute's game plan would be. They're maybe a little bit heavier on the run side here early.
Keep that clock running.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. Herb in the gun. He's got Ty Leedy behind him. Here he is, given to Ty. Ty breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's got good yardage and going to have a first down and more. Boy, they having a hard time bringing him down.
There's some fight in that dog.
Ty Leedy with a great run up the middle of 10-plus yards.
I was looking at Herb's stats. He has 52 completions, 87 attempts for 847 yards on the season passing.
Yeah, Eric has had a really good season. This is really his first full season starting. He was going to be the starter last year as a sophomore, broke his collarbone in the first game. Now here's a fake, and he runs out to his left and tries to throw one late, and the Fort Scott defender knocked it down. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 as that gets a cheer from the Fort Scott faithful. That play was kind of going nowhere. Herb, anyways, is really enjoying his first full year of starting and really kind of looked shaky the first game against Circle, as you might expect in your first full year, but really has gotten better each game. And the last couple games especially, he's looked dynamite.
Yeah, that line's sure giving him a lot of time, Dave. He's feeling comfortable in the pocket, find the receiver he wants.
Here is Herb in the gun. He turns, gives to Leedy. Leedy following blockers. Now turns it upfield and has good yardage before he's tripped up.
It says Leedy's only got 324 yards on the season. I have a hard time with the games we've watched.
See on the replay here. The run by Ty. It's a little fake to the left and hand off to the right. 3rd down and 4. On the Fort Scott 23. Trips to the right side. Cam Kester all alone on the left. Herb calls for the snap. He turns, gives to Leedy. Leedy pushing behind a blocker and bowls over a Fort Scott defender. It's going to be close.
On that last play, they had that replay, Dave. It's pretty awesome when you got a tackle to pull and you can leave your guard and center in the center of the line in, because normally your guards are the guys that pull. So it's a pretty talented line up front to be able to pull your tackles.
Well, they're going to ask their line to do something here on 4th and about 1.5 yards. Big formation. 3 backs. Herb turns, gives to the tailback. That's Ty Leedy, and he's going to be close again. I think he got it, but it was not easy. Oh, we got a late flag. Not sure what happened here, but we got Fort Scott players clapping. This could be on Chanute. And now the referee telling the Chanute players to
shut up.
Basically, yes. That was the international signal of keep your mouth shut. It is a personal foul on Fort Scott. So Chanute was just trying to help him with the call.
I don't understand.
As it happens sometimes.
Yeah, Fort Scott was clapping.
Yeah, the Fort Scott guy, a couple of them were clapping. They thought that was going to be on Chanute, but it is on Fort Scott. That is going to put them down in the red zone.
The head ref was talking to the Chanute, just telling them that we don't need no extracurricular more than both teams.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Herb will be in the shotgun. He's got trips to the left. Sean Williams, Caden Seamster, and Kester. And then on the right, Dagan Dean. He's checking to his left. Now we're going to call a timeout.
Oh.
So trouble with the play call, getting it in before the time. We got a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. You're watching the Comet Vision KFEX production.
Bank and Trust, you'll be able to talk with a real person. Community National Bank is small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Your busy lifestyle requires banking options like mobile deposit and people-to-people pay. With locations in Southeast Kansas and Southwest Missouri, Community National Bank and Trust can help keep your finances safe and your spending smarter. Online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured. Locally awesome. Member FDIC.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, located right across the street from Royster Middle School in downtown Chanute, is in the business of making you feel better, faster. With 3 licensed pharmacists, the Medicine Shop has the knowledge to know the right drugs and the proper dosage to ensure your safety. If you're not quite up to your game, Medicine Shop offers delivery to your door. The Medicine Shop, a proud underwriter of the Chinook Blue Comets.
We get the offense lined up and ready to go. Herb in the gun. He's got Ty Leedy behind him. We'll see what they choose to do from here. It is going to be a handoff to Ty. Ty, the workhorse here early. Nice little stutter step. It's going to get him near the goal line. Well, that was a nice cut to his right to get him some extra yardage.
He's definitely hard to see from being behind that big line.
We are down on ground level tonight, so you'll have to bear with us. We're doing our best to try and explain it. He gained 7 yards on that, all the way down to the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2, and the Comets in their beefy formation. Here's Herb under center. He turns, gives to Leedy, the tailback, who follows his blocker near gain of a yard or so, but stops short of the goal line.
Yeah, DN come right in behind those 2 big blockers we brought in. Took his time, and Lely couldn't just get past him.
Yeah, Fort Scott's defense has, they don't look like, I told you they'd be well coached. They don't look like a team that only has 1 win on the season. They're well coached, and you're seeing it in the defense. They're not going to beat themselves. You're going to have to beat them.
You're going to have to beat them. Yep, they're definitely in it every play. So
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Herb under center. It's going to be a quarterback sneak, and he's going to get in pretty easily following that offensive line. And we don't have a signal yet. Maybe we do from the opposite sideline. People are clapping, so I'm going to assume it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Blue Comets. Eric Herb, the junior quarterback.
That's a safe call from the 1-yard line. You don't have to have a handoff. No, just get a push.
Used all 181 pounds that he had to offer to get that one in the end zone for 1-yard run. Caleb Buchanan on the field to kick the extra point. The snap is down, and the kick is up and good. Chanute strikes first with 3:07 to go here in the first quarter. They lead it over Fort Scott 7-0.
This is perfect football weather, Dave.
It is actually. It's a nice night.
No wind. No. They could pass. They could.
Yeah, there's absolutely no wind. The flags are limp on the flag poles right now. Nothing moving, and so. It's been interesting to see Chanute come out and really be run heavy. I think what we talked about before the game is actually coming to fruition. I think the coaches are thinking exactly like we were thinking, which is, hey, let's not get anybody hurt. Let's not do anything extravagant with our playbook. Let's be really simple. So, I mean, he's playing for a few weeks down the line. I know coach speak is, we'll only take it 1 game at a time, and we're not going to look past Fort Scott. Fort Scott Tigers are good, blah, blah, blah. But he's also, they've run pretty vanilla plays so far, and I keep kind of expect them to.
Yeah, they've kept it simple. So that I agree, Dave. We're looking to last.
Quentin Harding, watch. Number 35, my favorite freshman on special teams. He's in on a lot of special teams tackles. Here comes the kick. Kick is deep, heading for a sideline. No, that could be a problem. And
it does go out.
We can't see it. There goes the flag. So Fort Scott will get the ball up on the 35, I believe, is still the high school rule.
35.
First down and 10 for Fort Scott from their own 35. Fort Scott has not mustered much offensively to speak of here so far tonight. We'll see if Cal Cousins, their sophomore quarterback, can get something going here. Here's the snap type formation, handoff to the left. Actually, is a keeper by Cousins, and he's got some good yardage around the outside. There's a little fake, turned into an option, a little triple option.
The line got our DN cornered, and we read it as a run.
It's a first down on the 12-yard scamper by Cal Cousins. Yeah, they all went for the middle fake there, the fake to the up back.
Lady read it from the start.
So Fort Scott, 1st and 10 from their own 47. Cousins directing a little traffic here. Now he's under center. He's got the snap, turns, gives to the up back this time, and he's stacked up.
No gain.
This time they gave it to the first man through. This appears to be what they are going to do tonight. Fort Scott running a very simple running offense right now. They have tried one pass. We'll see how that develops as the night goes on.
Hey, Dave, our best view of the night right here on our camera.
Yes. Yes, when they are on the extremes, when we're down near the end zones, you're going to notice the camera angles are going to get a little bit more extreme. As our positioning tonight is a little different. 2nd down and 8. Here's the snap to give to the upback or the tailback again. And he gets a few yards before he's stacked up by some linebackers.
That was a crossbuck play. Fake one way, come back the other. Good thing the linebacker stayed at home, made a good solid tackle, maybe gain a 3.
Linebacker extraordinaire Kedrick Emling in on that tackle. Senior, 5'10", 160 pounds, plays like a 220-pounder, though.
For sure. He likes to lay the hammer.
So 3rd down and short for Fort Scott, 3rd and 3. This is probably 4-down territory for them. Cousins under center. He turns, and this time he's going to keep on the option pitch to the left, and he's going to be close to a first.
He got hit by a whole lot of Comet players.
I think we are going to see a first down there. So good gain on there, and now Fort Scott putting together a little drive.
Yeah, they ain't quitting.
We're near 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. First down from the Chanute 42. Cousins, a little guy out there, but you can't barely see him past the line. He's only 5'9". Here's the turn to give to the tailback. And trying to get some yards there. Not much to be gotten.
That was a good fake by them on their last play.
Dagan Dean in on the tackle. So 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Or a gain of about 1. We're going to get one more play here at least before the end of the first quarter. Maybe. We're down to 15 on the play clock. Fort Scott still waiting for a player from the sideline. Down to 10 now. Well, they're going to have to hustle to get this play off. 7.
They're going to dig it.
5 on the play clock. 3 on the play clock.
Oh, he threw the flag.
Something happened there. I don't know if there was an illegal shift, a false start of some sort, and that's going to be a penalty in Fort Scott. Well, that's one of those, Coach. You're the coach, but maybe a timeout was warranted there once things got kind of iffy.
Yeah, when it got close, because you just lost unnecessary yards.
Yeah, they had a player running on late. There's confusion. They're going to restart the clock here, and we probably will have seen our last play of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, Chanute leads at 7-0. We're going to get a 2nd and 9 from the Chanute side of the field, though, when we come back for Fort Scott. Stay tuned. You're watching a Comet Vision KFEX production. For years, Jared Gilmore in Phillips, PA, has been providing quality financial guidance to local individuals and businesses. Their expertise ranges from basic tax management and accounting services to more in-depth services such as audits, financial statements, QuickBooks support, and payroll. Jared Gilmore in Phillips, PA has backed Chanute's youth in all their endeavors from the classroom to extracurricular activities. They're proud to help support the youth of Chanute by underwriting this KFEX broadcast. Well, obviously, you missed the play. You saw it. The quarter can't end on an offensive penalty. I didn't know it was a quarter. I figured it was a half.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Even as a coach, I think that's a weird call by the refs.
Yeah, I thought the rule was that the half can't end on a penalty. But they said the quarter couldn't end, so they ran an untimed down, and it did not go well for Fort Scott.
It might have just been better not to have it.
It is the end of the first quarter officially now, as the teams are on the sidelines getting their coaching for an upcoming 3rd and 24 play. So a loss of a lot of yardage on that untimed down for Fort Scott is going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and Taco Bell.
Oh, you're bringing up Taco Bell.
Yeah, I just had to work it into the broadcast, Chad.
3 quarters left.
Just had to get it in there, Coach. You know, it's never too early to start thinking about what you're going to order.
I guess you're right. Now you're just going to make us hungry for the next 3 quarters.
They haven't given us any money for all this free advertising we're doing
for Taco Bell.
At least give us some free stuff.
All right, they're starting the ball.
3rd and 23 will be upcoming here as Cousins gets his offensive unit huddled up on the field. The sophomore quarterback's had a rough start here against a very, very good defense in Chanute High School. He is in the shotgun.
Hey, Dave, we might want to watch a trickery play. Oh.
He's back to pass, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down.
Nice play
Dagan Dean with the quarterback sack. Nobody open.
They brought in number 11. I don't know if he's been playing as a running back, but I didn't see him in there before. He's their backup quarterback, so I was wondering if they were going to run a trick play.
Oh, good eyes,
But they
Coach.
wouldn't have had time.
Yeah.
He smothered him.
Yeah, Cade Gulager was in there, you're right, at tailback. So they may have had some sort of trickery in mind. 4th and 23, though. Here's a lofty punt, but the punter's got it, and he's got a good one up in the air. And it's going to hit the ground and take a Fort Scott bounce, and nice Fort Scott bounce. It's going to back Chanute way up into their own territory.
That was a nice, had a nice hang time, and their speed guys got down there and fast enough. Our guy didn't want to field it.
Yeah, it's gonna work out to a 50-plus yard punt for number 56, Blayton Terry, kicker for Fort Scott. He's a big kid for a kicker.
Yeah, he's their D tackle.
1st down and 10 for Chanute here, leading 7-0 from their own 9-yard line. Herb in the shotgun. Here is the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's looking deep down the left side. He's got Seamster. This is going to go. This is going to go a long ways. 91 yards. Herb to Seamster. Touchdown, Blue Comets.
That's how you set the pace for the game. Sophomore. Seamster's he's a beast. He's caught 3 or 4 in the last game, 2 games. Kind of passes like that.
6'2", 182-pound sophomore out there at wide receiver, and him being one-on-one with that cornerback was just not fair. And the cornerback didn't have bad position. No, he was with him. He just Seamster was too big, too much for him.
Herb has that little touch on the ball where he's laying it right where it has to be. He caught him right on the run.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Extra point is up, and it is good.
Key to scoring on those long passes like that, Dave, is if a quarterback can hit them on the run. They don't have to change their body language or their momentum, and they can keep going. That's how he broke that tackle.
91-yard touchdown strike on the first play from scrimmage of that drive. See if we see a replay of that. Well, we were wondering if they'd go out, take a chance with a play, or they'd play it kind of safe tonight. If you're going to take a chance, that's a pretty simple one still. Just a little go route on the outside with your tallest receiver.
And the coach got to see how good his line was, being backed up all the way up close to his end zone. And Herb had all the time in the world to lay that up there.
Yeah, it was really just a good play all the way around. The line held. Herb threw a strike, and Seamster caught the ball while breaking the last gasp tackle. Like the defender had a good shot at bringing him down, but Seamster's a big kid.
Chanute must really work on pumping your knees, pumping your legs to get out of the tackles with Leedy and Seamster. The way they've been breaking tackles, they don't go down on the first one.
Yeah, their yak is probably pretty good this year. Their yards after contact.
Yeah.
11 minutes to go here in the first half. Chanute leads 14-0. The kick is up. It's a pooch kick. Fort Scott guy underneath it at the 20. He's caught it. Following some blocking, now runs into the pile. He's going to get just past the 30 before he's wrestled down.
We got Costin in on the tackle, Emling in on the tackle, and Harding was in there.
Donovan Sauls.
Duncan was also, it was a whole swarm of them.
A freshman was the guy running the ball there. Lots of freshmen and sophomores on this Fort Scott team. Very young team. They take over 1st and 10 here on the 33.
They got a bunch of their linemen going both ways, Coach.
Here's a 2-back formation. Give to the first back through. He's good. Maybe got a few.
Well, if they're that young and they're definitely playing strong defense against, take that last play away.
One big play.
And
one big play.
The first quarter, they weren't. It was a war.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. They're Fort Scott, young team, but playing tough. They did give up that big play to Chanute. Chanute's first real big play of the game.
They might have been stretching that 5'9" on the quarterback.
2nd and 7. Yeah, Cousins is not big. Oh, my goodness. Ty Leedy and the defense of the Blue Comets punishes the running back on that play.
That was a great call by the defensive coordinator. He blitzed the right hole, the right time, felt that one.
Canyon Uppenauer, you're going to see on your replay, just got hammered. Number 33 was also there, Jacob Brinkman, senior linebacker for the Blue Comets. That brings up 3rd down and 8. Loss of 1 on that play. We'll see if they let Cousins put this ball in the air here. He's got the 2 backs behind him. Same formation they've been running all night. Cousins tries a little fake cadence. Now he's got the snap. He is back to pass. He's going to waggle on his right, but being chased, and he has to throw up a pass that is caught, but short of the first down.
Chanute with 4-4. They're not having to drop back their safety. They're not scared of so much of the pass.
Out comes the special teams unit again for Fort Scott. Well, Jed Brazil, the kicker for Fort Scott, uncorked a 50-plus yarder on his last one. We'll see what he's got here. Here's the snap again. It's high and it's through his hands. Here comes the Chanute Blue Comets. He does get the kick away, but it's going nowhere.
Well, that was a close call there, Dave. Sometimes when you get him running back, you get excited as a defender. That was a close to roughing the punter. He almost got it away.
Yeah, what are the rules for that, Coach? So he kind of ran with it for a couple steps, then got a quick kick away, which on his account was a good job.
Right.
I mean, he got him maybe 10, 15 yards out of it, but he got it away, and then he got tackled.
It's all on the ref.
Kind of the refs.
It seemed like our guys were letting up instead of driving him to the ground sometimes.
1st and 10 for the Blue Comets on the Fort Scott 42. Herb to pass. It's through the hands of Cam Kester, and that's going to be picked off.
That's why you do the tip drill. He threw that pass just a little too hard. The receiver was close and went right through his fingertips.
Maybe had a little too much mustard on it from Herb there. Yep, just went right through the hands of Kester and into the waiting arms of the Fort Scott defense. So the first turnover of the game is committed by Chanute. Fort Scott's got it. New life, 1st and 10 from their own 40. Cousins turns, gives to the tailback, following blockers, and stacked up.
Tackled by 5, Chanute. Comments?
Ty Leedy was the first one to hit him, I believe, although it's so close, I don't know how you tell. So many tackles like that for Chanute's defense. They just swarmed to the ball.
I don't know where teams are going to run against them, truthfully. They're fast on the outside. Both their outside backers are flying to the ball. They can't go up the middle.
This is by far, I've lived in Chanute for, over 10 years, been around, seen the football team for at least the last 6. This is the best defense I've seen. Here's a pass caught out there near the 48-yard line. So gain of about 7, going to bring up 3rd and short. But this defense has been very, very good. Called a gain of 6. 3rd down and 3 upcoming.
That gives you a lot to choose from, so we'll see what they do.
Cousins under center. Here's the turn and give to the first back through on that triple option.
Don't think you got it, Dave.
No, it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 1.
Well, this might be a place where you go for it near midfield.
Yeah, what do you got to lose? 1 and 4, homecoming night. You got to get a yard. Something to build on.
Boy, he got hammered by Ty Leedy. Big hit by Ty Leedy. Ty Leedy bringing the lumber tonight.
It don't matter if he has the ball or if he don't have it. He's going to smash you.
4th down and 1. Upcoming, Fort Scott will go for it. They're going to come into your living room here. Cousins under center. Here's the snap. It's quarterback sneak, and they are going to push the line forward and get that 1st down. Good surge for the Fort Scott line on that one.
Nice push. Good call by the coach. They're going to build a little confidence in their team. Chanute now has to shut them down.
1st and 10 for the Fort Scott Tigers. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, the crowd's a little louder tonight with the game being only 7 points.
Cousins under center. He fakes the run, the option. Now he go back to pass. Has to scramble. Now it corks one deep. He's got a man, and it is dropped. Boy, had to turn around just a little bit.
Had he let him, that was behind his receiver.
Kester was on the coverage. Good play call there. A little fake option. Drop back to pass. Had a man. Just didn't get it over the right shoulder, Coach.
He got outside to where he could make an evaluation of the field and laid it out.
Well, I'll tell you what, he puts that out in front of him, and that might be 6 for Fort Scott.
That's number 4. That's the guy that won Homecoming King.
Yeah, good eyes, Coach. Good eyes.
That would have been a good play.
Yeah, would have been a special night for him.
Yeah, he got a touchdown. But
second down and 10. Here's the handoff up the middle, and he bounces off a tackle. Boy, it looked like he went down, and now he's got some extra yardage.
Oh, but he paid for it. Our safety loaded on him.
Fort Scott is showing a little life here on offense now.
Might have been our linebacker from the other side, but
see what happens here on the replay. Gives it to him. He just kind of stacked up, but he just never went down. Spins off.
That looked, Barry Sanders style. Put your hand down, keep running with guys on your back.
His helmet went flying. But it's almost a first down. He gained 9. Third down and 1.
Well, they're checking it.
Here's the give now.
Fake.
The keeper of the quarterback, and boy, he probably got punished. Ty Leedy again.
Leedy said not today on his side.
Quarterback paid for that, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Look at this on the replay, Coach. Oh,
great job by our outside backer, and
that is the stuff nightmares are made of.
Yeah, you'll remember that. He'll be feeling that one tomorrow.
That was great camera work by the kids there. Shout out to the class, the students. We're doing all the camera work and the production that you're watching right now. 4th and short. Cousins under center. Turns, gives it that up back, and boy, I don't know if he got it. He looked like he was going to get it, and Aguilar got a hold of him with his big mitts.
Let's see if they bring out the chains.
He wrestled him backwards. It's kind of up to the spot here. Did he get it on that initial surge? It's really close.
They are going to bring the chains out.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Nope, gave it
First
to him.
down, so no measurement needed to gain a 2. I don't know about that, Coach.
That was you talked about the spot.
He got that initial surge. It's hard for us to see from our angle.
He might have got the little home field spot there. But
First and 10, though. Cousins hands the tailback, tries to get to his left, maybe got a yard.
Looked like a hole was going to be there, but it closed it. Snoop pinched it down.
Kedrick Emling on the tackle. So Fort Scott putting together a nice little drive here late in the first half. Well, Schnute leads 14-0.
They've had the ball for at least 3 minutes, Dave. And that's how you stay in the game when when your record's not good and things haven't been rolling for you. You try to just take your time off the clock and move.
Yeah, it's been their best possession of the night.
Yep.
Like we said, they are a young team, so just trying to build on positives like this, and this is a pretty good positive for them. Shotgun for Cousins now. He's back to pass. Pump fake. Lets one go. Boy, this is way up in the air for a long time, and it gets picked off. Well, anytime you see a ball.
We got something. We got a yellow flag.
Yellow flag. It is illegal procedure. If this is a false start, that could be a dead ball.
Why did they let it play so long when they were? That was a late flag. Maybe he was having a hard time getting it out.
It may have been a procedure. May have been a procedure penalty, so the play stands. As I was saying, Coach, anytime you see a ball that high up in the air, you're thinking, uh-oh, that could be trouble, and it certainly was for Fort Scott right there.
Yep, anybody's game.
Sophomore quarterback Cal Cousins will learn from that one.
Well, yeah, you can't just loft it up for anybody to get.
First down and 10 for the Blue Comets, 1 yard deeper than they were in the last drive when they had hit a 91-yarder.
So it might not have been that bad of a play for the quarterback to throw an interception on the 1 yard line. He was just lucky they tackled him there.
Jackson Coombs into the ballgame at tailback, and they are going to give to him. Now he's going to try and get out to the left or the right, and boy, He's going to lose yardage on that play with nothing there. Fort Scott, since giving up that big play, has been kind of feisty.
It's hard to stretch it out, Dave, when you're down that close to the end zone.
So second down upcoming here. And they say no gain on the play. Second down and 10. No, he lost yardage, big yardage. Second down and 15.
Here we go. I bet you we try a little pass here, Dave. Get out of that end zone.
Herb back to pass. He's looking. Now he's got to scramble. He's in the end zone. He's going to have to beat him to the outside. He does, and picks up some good yardage to get out of the shadow of the goalpost.
That DN beat his tackle, and he changed Herb's idea of what he was doing.
Pretty decent protection still. Had plenty of time to get rid of it if he wanted to.
Kind of slipped when he started to take off there and go out to his right.
Well, Herb is a athletic quarterback. He's got some tools to work with. It's nice to be able to throw the ball and run it like he can.
It's where we're sitting, it's hard to see what the receivers were doing or if he would have had anybody open if that was a coverage sack.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 7 from their own 11. We'll see what they choose to do here. Herb in the gun. He's back, waggling to his right, now looking for a little out pattern to Dean. It's caught. Was he in bounds? Yes.
It says good catch.
The referee says he caught it. That's going to be a first down for the Blue Comets.
Dean's having a heck of a season. He's got a nice size, 195 pounds.
That's just a medium length, quick out there. It's beautifully run by Dean. And a great play for Schnoot.
He's got 235 yards before tonight's game. Receiving. All three of Herb's receivers have equal yardage within 50 yards of each other. So he spreads it around to his 3 receivers that he likes to share.
They say he was just short of the first down, so 4th down and 1. So the offense they're still on the field, and they're looking over at the coach now. For most of the year, they have not really utilized a regular punting formation.
No.
They've utilized the quick kick by Herb,
which has worked out very nice for him. Sometimes
I don't know if I'm Fort Scott if I don't sneak a man back here. I don't believe they're going to go for it.
I don't either, not with 3 minutes left.
And now they run some subs out onto the field, and Fort Scott will indeed send a man back.
Hey, Dave, I think this is where you might have the trick.
Herb's still out there. They can do a lot of things, and now Fort Scott runs that man back up. Surely they will not go for this. I mean, there's confidence, but 4th and 1.
For 3 minutes.
They are going to go. Here's the run, boy.
That's confidence.
He broke it.
He's all the way through.
Leading 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
4th and 1.
Oh, my goodness. 82-yard run for Ty Leedy.
82 yards.
We've got do we have a flag down? Oh, we got another flag.
On their coach.
Clearly, a coach yelling from the sideline. Well, what happened?
It looks like they're calling a touchdown, and then there's a flag after the play. So maybe celebration.
Well, what they clearly threw the flag on the coach. He was pointing at the coach. What was the coach upset about?
Well, there was another flag that we didn't see, but I think it happened after the game, or after the pass was already, the run was broke through, sorry.
Well, what we know is both teams are down here getting ready for the extra points. The touchdown's good, 82-yard run for Ty Leedy. It's going to make it 20-0. We're going to get the referee's explanation here. It's a sideline warning on Schnoot, and it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. That will be the one on the coach.
Right.
So they threw an initial flag on the sideline, which is just a warning, the first one, and the coach didn't like it.
Yeah.
Coach Cleat, not a fan. And he drew an unsportsmanlike conduct flag that will, I assume, be rewarded on the kickoff.
Yeah, they won't take it on the extra point. Give them 15 yards. So.
Now, I know all these referees by name. We met them before the game, and I told them that I was going to give out their home addresses and emails. No, nice. They were nice gentlemen. Nice gentlemen. Tim, referee Tim there. He didn't throw the flag, by the way. No, don't get mad at Tim.
Don't get mad at Tim.
He didn't throw that flag. It was the white hat.
Yeah.
It was the white hat. They are still kind of discussing on where they're going to assess this penalty. It is going to be assessed on the kickoff, and Chanute lines up for the extra point. Caleb Buchanan set to kick it up, and it is up and through. Extra point is good.
I think that's a bonus going into as we build towards the postseason. We got a good kicker.
Yeah.
We can actually kick some field goals if we have to keep the momentum going.
He kicked a 30-some yarder against Ulysses a couple weeks back, which was pretty good. Dr. Grant Gastineau, DDS, one of the newest underwriters for the KFEX Comet Vision broadcast you are watching. His mission is to provide the people of our community with the best individualized dental care possible, and he and his staff take great pride in their work. His dental office is located at 32 West Main in downtown Chanute. Thank you, Dr. Gastineau, for supporting CHS Sports and KFEX 93.1 FM.
Well, it's going 21-0. I wonder if Fort Scott's starting to get a little air taken out of their sail, Dave.
Well, there was Coach, you're right. They had like a 6 to 8 minute span there this quarter, where they were pretty feisty. It was right after the big play by Chanute to make it 14-0. They drove down the field, and the quarterback threw that pretty questionable pass, and that kind of maybe took the air out of the sails, because they did. And, when you have a young team, you're looking for 5-minute increments, right? Like, hey, let's play good football for 5 minutes. Let's win the next 5 minutes. We do that in basketball.
Yeah.
That's something basketball coaches preach a lot. So for 5 minutes, they were winning, or at least playing straight up. But that interception really took the wind out of their sails.
We're backed up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're kicking this ball from way back. So we'll see what they choose to do with it here. The kick is a short pooch kick again. And, boy, they don't see the football. It hits the ground, bounces away from he has to pick it up now at the 25.
Oh, that's
nice hit by number 17. You called it, Coach. There's a tripping penalty about to happen here.
And that's our running back, Leedy.
No, it's number 20.
Oh, sorry.
The guy limping, Jordan Duncan.
We don't want Duncan hurt neither.
Yeah, sophomore Jordan Duncan was the recipient of a trip. Boy, look at this hit at the end of nope. Thought we were going to get a replay there. I thought you were going to get to see that hit.
Here it comes.
It was a nice hit on special teams for the Blue Comets, but this is going to back Fort Scott up. That was a dangerous play. And as we said, they just seem to be a little shaky now. They seem to be a little discombobulated, this young Fort Scott team.
Being freshman, sophomore, you're starting to get tired, feel the pressure.
They have 2:57 left here. Here we go. So here we're going to see this. There was a block in the back. Boy, there's that hit. Great hit by Trey Dillo. 1st and 10 right in front of us here down on the sideline.
I wonder if our defensive coordinator tucks our ears back and come for it.
Cousins on the option to the right, cuts it up at the right time. It's going to get a few yards out of that.
Well, the DN did his job. He made the quarterback turn back, go upfield where you have more help of your running or linebackers, but he still gained 4 on that play.
That was he cut it up at the right time. Emling there on the tackle. And it was a good decision by Cousins not to pitch that ball, but take what the defense was giving them. 2nd down and 6. As Fort Scott turning around, looking at the clock. Yeah, they're down 21-0, and they're like, the last thing they want to do here is give this ball back to Chanute with anything but negligible time left on the clock. Cousins under center, gives to the first back through, and he's going to push his way forward for 1 or 2.
That was a long reach by the quarterback to make that ball into his pocket on that fullback.
Dylan Treelogan in on that tackle. And a timeout taken by Chanute. So Chanute says, it's 3rd and 6. We're going to go ahead and take one of our timeouts and make you get a first down here because we want that ball back. Let's take a timeout with them. You're listening to or watching a KFEX Comet Vision production.
Headquartered in Fredonia, Ehlert Construction Services was founded in southeast Kansas as a small regional contractor and has now grown into a national heavy industrial construction company with regional offices across the United States. The Ehlert family is proud of our southeast Kansas roots because we know that the people of southeast Kansas make great employees. At Ehlert, we know that employees are our greatest asset, and we're committed to investing in the growth of our employees and our community. Ehlert Construction Services, proud to support the youth of Southeast Kansas through the Firescape Coffee House and KFEX Firescape Radio.
Tigers, well, this is a big third down for the Tigers to keep this from getting out of hand. Third down and 4 for Fort Scott.
You got to call safe defense, but you still got to bring pressure on
Cousins back to pass, a little quick out, and it's a pass and caught. Did he get enough for the first down, though?
Looks like he's passed it.
He did get it. First down. A nice little play there for Fort Scott. Cousins delivered. Just a little stop and button hook, sort of. Threw it to his back shoulder. Nicely done. So first down for Fort Scott. The clock continues to move now, under 2 minutes. 1st and 10 from their own 33, where I suspect we will see some more runs. It is a option to the right. Pitch back to the tailback is not going to beat him to the corner. Amling again.
Is on it.
Amling is very, very good from that linebacker position.
It's just hard to get outside. He had switched sides, but him and Dean, they're hard to get outside of.
Well, you're right, Coach. You said, how do you run on this team? Because Fort Scott did everything right. There wasn't the hole up the middle. Quarterback had to pitch. The guy was there. Makes a great pitch, and there's just nothing there. Great defense by Chanute.
They were using their 12th man. They were stretching it out to the sideline.
So under a minute to go. Fort Scott, as we said, in no hurry to run any more plays. Clock down to 5 on the play clock, though. They're going to struggle to get this one off. They do get the snap to give to the tailback, and he is stacked up. Amling, among others there again. Number 56, who made the tackle, got there first, helps him up. Dylan Treelogan, called his name a couple times on this defensive possession for Chanute.
So Blue Comet calls the last timeout.
Yep, they call timeout again. 38 seconds to go. And they have, that is the last of their timeouts. So Fort Scott's coach, tell me if my football strategy's on point here. This is a run, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a run.
He has to run.
I don't envision a scenario where you're letting your sophomore put this ball in the air and take a chance of stopping the clock, giving a free stoppage of the clock for Chanute.
Or a pick 6.
Yeah.
Trying to force one in there on him. So, for sure, we're looking at a run. So, Chanute's got to make a stop here, and that gives them an opportunity. With 38 seconds, you could stop the clock.
Well, they're out of timeouts.
Well, it'll stop at the turnaround.
Yeah.
And then we broke one for 82 yards. And then we had that.
So let's play. Dave, who's not a football strategist, tries to be a football strategist. If I'm Fort Scott, I'm calling an outside to the outside running play, something that uses up as much time as possible. I don't really care if I lose yardage. I just want to string out the defense and run as much clock as possible with 38 seconds and Chanute no timeouts. Yes. We'll see if I'm right. I think it's an option play to the left or right. It's back. Nope. He's going to give it to the tailback. He's going to try and go off tackle. He's tackled immediately. And we'll see how much time they're going to have. Nope. That might do it.
Coach Rambo, I think you had a better call than what we just saw.
Well, I think it's not going to matter because it appears that, the game clock is going to beat the play clock. And so that'll be the end of the first half as we are under 10 seconds and counting. Chanute's going to go to the locker room here in Fort Scott, up 21-0. They'll get the ball to start the second half. It's halftime. We will take a small break, enjoy some of the halftime show with you, and we'll be back to talk it over here in probably about 10 minutes. You're watching a Comet Vision KFEX production of Chanute High School football.
Home Savings Bank is a platinum underwriter here at the Fire Escape Coffee House. Home Savings Bank has been serving the Chanute area since 1886. Customer-owned and customer-driven, Home Savings Bank, located at 214 North Lincoln Avenue in Chanute, Kansas, is here to serve all your banking needs. Whether your needs are checking, savings account, safety deposit box, lending, or online banking, Home Savings Bank is here to help. Home Savings Bank is located on the internet at homesavingschanute.com. Home Savings Bank is committed to the youth of Southeast Kansas and helping the ministries at the Fire Escape Coffee House.
KFEX Fire Escape radio programming is made possible in part by the underwriting efforts of Sonic Drive-In of Chanute. Sonic Drive-In of Chanute does not consider community involvement a sales gimmick or a public relations ploy. They see it as a way to be a good neighbor and as a way to have a positive impact on their community. It is for these reasons that Sonic Drive-In of Chanute is a proud underwriter of KFEX Fire Escape Radio and the ministry efforts of the entire Fire Escape ministry to the youth of Chanute.
Whether you're completing home repairs, weekend projects, or planning your garden for spring, Cleaver Farm and Home, 2103 South Santa Fe, has a carefully selected inventory for all of your paint, hardware, and building needs. Cleaver's also offers free delivery for cat and dog food if ordered online at www.cleaverfarm.com. Cleaver supports the youth outreach of the Fire Escape Youth Ministry and is happy to underwrite KFEX Radio. Thank you, Cleaver family. We appreciate your support.
Shields Motors, 814 West Cherry in Chanute is your complete Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer. Shields has a large inventory of new and used vehicles to meet your every need, as well as a full-service body and service department to a full parts department. For over 30 years, Shields Motors has been in the Chanute community. They support the efforts of the many volunteers who help guide our youth through the Christian-based Fire Escape Coffee House and KFEX Radio. Shields Motors is proud to help underwrite this broadcast.
Missing that human touch at your bank? At Community National Bank and Trust, you'll be able to talk with a real person. Community National Bank is small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Your busy lifestyle requires banking options like mobile deposit and people-to-people pay. With locations in Southeast Kansas and Southwest Missouri, Community National Bank and Trust can help keep your finances safe and your spending smarter. Online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured. Locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Think they're too old for fun. I know.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
I know I could get the student body to do it. But as soon as it stops with them,
What
it
is
stops.
Bugs?
That's a big Some old fella yelled at me last Friday, told me just to sit down and get out of the way. I said, you
Nope, can't do that. Nope. Or not so much at my house because I have a front loader, but at the I have so many bugs. At the salon, I have to like reach inside. I didn't realize the washer and grab everything out. I hate my front loader. Yes. I don't have any problems.
Don't be seen. But here, you do it this way. You look what about that? Are they worried about me going?
Yeah.
I was going to eat bread for lunch, but apparently no. That went. What?
It looks like chaos is here.
It's just sad that people are so concerned about bringing lunch alone. Oh, I know. And not people like our admin, like people like in the community who are like, why do you care so much? I don't care where I am. Well, I didn't leave until it was time to leave town for the game. But I was going to go have lunch, but then I didn't. go this weekend. It's the first time ever. I don't know if I'll make it. That's my goal.
Go stand on that second line over there.
Move around. Yeah, like, I was like, I gotta go.
Oh no, please go stand over there.
You like braiding hair too? It's one of my favorite things to do ever.
Oh, hey!
I'll go.
Please do.
Kidding. You wanna go play? Let's go play creators.
Yeah, I've sat in the not a good place the last.
I've been standing behind the children.
That's where I'm going to actually go down there and stand. Low with my hands into it.
Yeah. Re-edit.
Here's what you can hear on the live feed.
Maybe I stunk.
Here's what you can hear on the live feed.
Where's the light?
I don't know.
Like, oh, it's right there.
That's funny.
Maybe without
I hope so.
I'll show my hand here just in case.
I'm surprised it's right there when we're cheering right there. Like, I feel like that's obnoxious.
I liked it. And I just got it. Yeah. He's pretty intense.
Yeah, he is.
And this blood kettle. I don't even know what they're fighting. Like, it's just, you know, like the.
Okay.
Right, and like, take a little bit of it with a grain of salt, take a little bit of it for, you know, I'm like, they do all it, you know, and so I'm like, I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of this, and I still want to get this, I mean, I want to do, you know, but
He felt like he was scoring. He just wanted to be a big
sure, there's a place, time and place.
I'm not even that happy.
Yes.
Or like, I think that's like when you spend good money for that.
Whenever I'm like, hold up. No, but no, I love his active approach. I love that he, yeah. He's like in between and very like open-minded as far as you know, if you challenge him with a question, he's not. He will just be like, I either need to look into that, or here's what I think about it, like make your own opinion kind of thing. So, but I knew Jackson would like just his football background, sports weekend kind of vibe, you know?
Like an hour.
Yeah.
Jackson, it was really good for you.
It just came
Sure.
Like, does that make sense? Like, if they're
She said, well, you really think about my career, and I was like, strength and conditioning. I said, no, not unless you want to be more. He's like, well, the strength and conditioning coach at whatever, Alabama, whatever, I was like, how many of them are there? And one, okay. I was like, no. As someone who's been in the field, no. Yeah. And be a part of it, and you know, whatever. But you either need to go sports medicine or leave it as your passion, and go and study law and do something to make money, and then you know, put this on the side.
Go hang out with her.
But no, I was. He seemed I think it just feels better when you're doing something active to heal. You know, it's like, I think that was the main thing, just, I don't know.
Yeah. You got humanity. Yeah,
Well, you can't pull on that. I mean, he can. He's obviously doing it. Oh, don't pull on that. Down in front, boys.
I would be in so much trouble right now.
Yeah. You can't play this music, Jim. That's good. How are you? Somebody's gonna kick in the face. That was nice.
We used to do the pendulum.
Yeah.
You sit in timeout. Listen.
Do they have a tumbler? Where's she at?
Tiny thing over here. I saw some of the cheer pig bumper stickers that was coming in. I wonder if some of them go to.
All right, it's the Labette Health halftime show here in historic Fort Scott. That's what the guy on the loudspeaker said. He said it was historic Fort Scott. And that's, it's historic, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, because there's Fort in the title. Have you ever been to the Fort here?
I haven't.
My wife has been to the Fort here. She says it's pretty cool. I've never been.
It's my first time ever coming to Fort Scott.
Really?
New to this, yeah.
First time ever to Fort Scott for the coach,
Yes.
Chad Graham.
Well, it's their first time, short time here, living since February, but.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go look for the key to the city. I'll give you one.
All right.
Now, I know they like to do that. Is that symbolic or is it open stuff?
I think it's more symbolic, Dave. Maybe in the day it was something.
We're seeing replays from the first half here. This was a 91-yard pass play to Caden Seamster, an absolute strike from Eric Erb. Now, Coach, we talked a little bit in the pregame. We weren't sure what we were going to see play calling wise out of Chanute, but what we guessed was that they'd probably be a little vanilla. You weren't going to see this week and the next 2 weeks one combined win for their opponents. That maybe you probably weren't going to see them pull anything out of the bag that you hadn't already seen before. In fact, maybe put some stuff back in the bag so possible opponents in the playoffs aren't able to scout you as well. And it's worked wonders tonight. They've mostly been a ball control offense, except for two big plays, one of which was a running play that they just broke. But the one deep pass they've attempted was that one we saw to Caden Seamster just a couple replays ago.
I think that was a good play on the coach's part because he had ran the whole first quarter, almost all runs, maybe one or two passes, but to lay it out there and just see, and that's how he caught him sleeping. He caught him all sleeping.
Yeah, and Caden Seamster is their big play receiver. He's the guy, if you're going to throw one deep, he's usually going to be the guy. And, boy, Erb threw a strike to him there. Caden, with good concentration because the defender was with him, made the catch and then broke the attempt at a tackle.
The longest pass Chanute had before that was 66 yards. So,
wow.
20-some yards, 28 yards longer.
Yeah, 91-yard pass play. And it was just a pretty play. Pretty ball by Erb. Offensively, Ty Leedy, always impressive. Just a great runner of the ball. Just kind of a bulldog the way he just won't go down.
Like you said earlier, 155 pounds, man. Once he breaks it out in the open, he's got the speed. There wasn't no one catching him.
And, of course, there's been the defensive side of the ball. And we'll say it like this, at least for the last few weeks, Is it can we call them Kedrick Emling and the Chanute Comet defense? Emling has been all over the field for this game and the last few games.
Oh, for sure. By far, he's got to be the leading tackler on the team.
Yeah, Emling has just been great. Ty Leedy also has been really good on defense as you're looking at the 82-yard run by Ty Leedy for a touchdown there. But the defense has been as advertised. This defense, listen, I don't know enough. We need Mike Sutcliffe here. So shout out to Mike, who's at home. He's not going with us on road games yet this year. But so we hope he's enjoying the game at home. We'll have him back next week when we're at home. But if we had him here, I'm sure he could tell us, because what I want to say is this the best defense Chanute High School's ever had? Statistically, they've got to be up there.
For sure. They definitely have got it. I mean, they've got the big guys up front. Linebackers are flying around. Their DBs haven't been beat.
Well, it's weird. Fort Scott had that one drive in the second quarter before the interception deep in Comet territory. I couldn't remember the last time. It's been since Pittsburgh probably or not even that, because Pittsburgh had negative yards in the second half of that game. It's been since maybe week 1 against Circle that I've seen a team actually string first downs together like Fort Scott did there. And it's really something for Fort Scott to hang their hat on as a really young football team. They're only down 21-0. Could have been worse. And they showed some signs that they're going to be good here in the future.
Both films that they were scouting off of, 38-0 and 40-0 the last two games?
Yeah.
So definitely a different feel to build off of in the locker room for the coach to build positive. Yeah. It's hard when you go in with a 0 to talk to your kids and keep their head up, but he had to build on that last drive.
Labette Health is the underwriter here of the halftime show. Labette Health halftime show. Labette Health has a unit in Chanute, like I don't know what they call those. A clinic. They call them clinics. Yeah. Because obviously we don't have a Labette Health hospital, but we do have a clinic there in Chanute. Their tagline was they build around you. I don't know how they say it in the commercial. Well, we build around you. So Labette Health is the main underwriter of the halftime show. So thank you to them. Big underwriter for KFEX. They support us.
Hey, just a football thing real quick. I just wanted to say how well the Chanutes. I haven't seen very many missed tackles in the last few games.
No.
I have to say that their coaching staff is they've been fundamental on wrapping, grabbing cloth, and rolling.
You know what's interesting is
and running
Chanute, from what I've seen historically, hasn't always been a great tackling team. But you're right. This team, boy, when they hit you, first of all, they hit you.
Yeah, they're laying the wood. They're running through you.
You very rarely see them have to twist someone down. They hit you and put you down.
You're right.
We're about ready to start the second half. Here comes the kick from Fort Scott. It's a little squibber. That is going to roll back and be picked up by the back men and run up the field. So good starting position for Chanute upcoming.
Something new to me, Dave, is we've seen a lot of shorter kicks in the last 3 games, not just from Chanute, but from our opponents.
Mm-hmm.
That is just, with my experience in football coming from Colorado, whether you kick it deep or kick it.
Well, here's something you may not know about Kansas. I don't know if you've been here long enough, but y'all had that light, thin air.
Yeah.
We got heavy, tired air.
Oh.
It's wet. It's hot. It's terrible. And the ball is heavy air. So that's why we kick it shorter. You may not have known that.
Okay.
Here's the
I
first
thought we were
step.
lacking oxygen up there. Yeah,
yeah, the air's lighter.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Here, you kick the ball in the air, and it gets all the humidity on it, and it just falls through the earth.
Oh, I thought that helped your hydration, breathing in liquid.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No.
Every kid, the first 3 weeks of the football season, you got like 20 cramps per game. Second down and 7 upcoming here. We just completely ignored that first play. Here's Urban, the gun. He's got a man in motion. It's give to the tailback. And it is a nice run by Coombs. Oh, a late hit.
It'd be a late hit. I don't know why they wouldn't call that, but
I did not see a flag on the play. Good run by Coombs. But my goodness, that was well after he was down. He got hit on the ground. Kind of looked up at the referee like, hey, what gives? He's going to bring up 3rd and short out at the 44-yard line. So Coombs starts the second half in the backfield.
Twins both sides.
Herb in the shotgun. He gives to Coombs, who's hit in the backfield. Well, what a play by number 7, Jasper Allison. The D-back came in on the blitz. Unblocked.
Well, there was a hole there, but it wasn't. The wrong guy was going through it.
So this is going to be the first true punt of the game here for Chanute.
First time we might have seen the punt for, well, maybe not first.
Yeah, I think it is. This is the first time we've seen Colton LaCrone back there, who is the normal punter. Snap is high, but Colton's got it. Oh, just got it off in time, and it's a decent punt. And it goes to the ground, does the receiver for Fort Scott to catch it, and that's where he's down.
Well, Dave, we had great coverage on that. 3 guys were down to cover that kick. That was a fast, low, long kick, but normally you don't have that good of coverage coming down on it when they don't have the hang time.
So Fort Scott, young team, we said they were going to be well coached. They brought a nice blitz there to get Chanute offense off the field to see if they can build on that, see what they can do against this powerful defense of Chanute. There's Cousins under center.
Bet they're coming our way, Dave. Nope.
Whoa, a little confusion on the give there, and boy, Kendrick Emling.
Chanute tackled the running back and the quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. There was some confusion on the option there. It looked like the quarterback wanted to keep the ball, and the running back just wouldn't let him. It didn't matter because, the defenders for Chanute tackled them both, punished them. Loss of 2 on the play.
That's one thing hard with the veer option is that fullback sometimes.
That was what my Monday looks like. That's Mondays in general. Look kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2nd down and 12. Cousins now back to pass. He's got to avoid the rush. He's not going to be able to, and he pays. Quarterback sack. Number 57 was the first guy there. That's Jacob Aguilar.
It's not a good sign when there's 5 red jerseys looking at 5 white jerseys on top of your quarterback.
Yeah. He just had no time. The offensive line broke down almost immediately there. And boy, now Fort Scott facing a 3rd and long.
I think the Comets are starting to cause a disaster on the field for these.
Well, like we said, I've just not seen a defense this good. Here's the option to the right, and it's not going to get there. Oh, my goodness. Another gang tackle. Now we've got a flag come in. This is where the tackle happened. Do we have a face mask?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The only thing that could have been was a hand somewhere. Have to say, Dave, our speed of our linebackers and corners, and they're getting outside. Even the linemen are on tackles.
Well, the total team speed of this Chanute team might be the best. And that's probably, coupled with they have size on the defensive line. But really the team speed, just everybody out there has wheels. You've got some state champion track runners out there, and it shows.
We definitely got some size and speed. It's just a well-oiled machine we got here.
So it brings up 3rd and 14. They'll replay the down after the penalty yardage marked off. We'll see if they try to pass this time. Boy, the defense is just daring him to pass, crowding him up. And boy, the quarterback got downed. Yeah, it looked like he got stepped on. You're right, Coach.
He got stepped on by his own guard.
But that play was going nowhere.
No.
The offensive line was breaking down. Just overpowering defense by the Blue Comets. And just like, man, this is scary enough. I can't imagine being the teams that play them in the next weeks and you're watching film and you see this defense. What do? That snap's high, but the punter managed to get a hold of it and get away a short punt. And it's going to roll across the 50.
Well, Dave, I think Quentin Harding was thinking about picking that one up, but he was like, maybe the jitters from that first punt that he tried to kick.
Well, he was the up man there. We had a guy farther back, and, he took a look at it. But the freshman, Quentin Harding, he muffed. He was the back man on the first punt, and we haven't seen him back there since that first muffed punt. although he did get it back. He didn't lose the fumble. But we have not seen him back there with another opportunity. Yeah, we'll see if that changes. I think we're going to see plenty of Quentin as this game goes on.
Oh, for sure.
1st and 10 for the Chanute Blue Comets. Herb in the gun. Ty Leedy behind him. Here's the snap. Quick pass out to the right. Now a little move by Sean Williams, and he's got some good yardage up near the 40. Got a flag down, though. And referee is talking to the Chanute side.
It's on us.
It is a block, an illegal block of some sort. We call a block in the back, maybe. I couldn't quite see the hand signal. But it is on Chanute. This will back them up, and we'll replay first down. Well, so about a 9-yard penalty after all is said and done. So it'll be 1st and 19.
There had to be a block in the back.
Herb in the shotgun. He's got trips out to the left side. Here's Herb, option to the right. He's going to keep it. It's the right decision. A lot of room out there, but the defense recovered quickly.
That D-end made the wrong choice. You have to go quarterback to pitch man first as a D-end.
Yeah,
and he went straight to the pitch man, leaving Herb 10, 12 yards of clean air.
Yeah, that's right. You've seen Chanute defense play that option very well. And, yeah, right there you saw him fall for that little pitch fake that Herb gave. And, boy, you're just giving him 10 yards at that point. 2nd down and 14. But they recovered quickly, so they only gained 5.
Yeah.
Herb in the shotgun on 2nd and 14. He's got the ball, and, boy, this play is blown dead. And we're going to have a false start. So Chanute, a couple penalties here as they are moving the wrong direction. Maybe they've come out of the locker room and looking for that false start. Must have been out by a wide receiver.
He was right by the split out on the far side of the field.
So the big boys on the beef. The beef did not commit the penalty.
They're probably starting to think about Taco Bell Day.
2nd down and 19. Here is the snap. Herb on a little quarterback draw. First time they've run this game. Nice little stutter step to get a few more yards to the outside. Yeah, that's a bread and butter play for Chanute that they usually run more per game, but that's the first time they ran it this game.
That corner stayed home and did his job. Wasn't fooled.
And I think that's probably the reason you've only seen that play once now tonight is because
people are starting to see it.
Well, I think they're playing it safe. They understand that, hey, if we play like we should, we're going to win these games. Let's not take too many chances to get our quarterback hurt, to get these key players hurt. 3rd down and 12 from the 30. Comets with some work to do here on 3rd down. Herb waggles to his left. He's got to escape a man. Now he's going to try to uncork. He does, and it is almost picked off after it went off of a receiver's hands.
It looked like that not the same play, but happened earlier. Through our hands and right into theirs.
So 2nd drive for Chanute results in what is going to be their 2nd punt. Boy, good block by Leedy to give Herb enough time to get that pass off.
So he could set his feet.
Man. 4th and 12. 5:27 to go here in the 3rd. No one has scored here in the 3rd. Both defenses have been up to the task.
Hopefully they give him a little more time to get this ball off.
Here's Lacrone with the punt. And
nice,
boy, it's a good one.
Yep.
Fair catch called for, and it is caught. And that's where Fort Scott will start this drive. Boy, the Chanute defense has been stout. We'll see what Fort Scott can pull out of their offensive bag of tricks here to try and get this ball moving. Like I said, they had that one drive in the 2nd quarter where they were able to string some first downs together, but other than that, it's been a very quiet night for the Tiger offense. Here is Cousins under center with the 2 backs behind him. He turns, he gives to the tailback, number 23, a bigger running back, but he is going to be stopped after a gain of 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's a new tailback coming in.
He's a bigger back than maybe they think, putting some beef back there. 5'11" junior running back. He's 185 pounds. Like I said, they're a young team, and thus they don't have a lot of size.
Us being this close to him, Dave, we can see them. They're kind of starting to hold their arms, their legs. They're starting to show the beating.
Yeah,
their body's been
go up
taken.
against bigger, older kids, and that's going to take a toll. Here's second down. Give to the running back boy.
Nice.
Wrapped up
Number
immediately.
7.
Ball's out. Ball comes out. Schnoot's got it. Oh, my goodness.
Great
a big
wrap up by Costin.
It was a big hit by Dagan Dean. Popped that ball free. And number 56, Dylan Treeloggen, found the ball bounce right into his hands. Watch this hit right here. Oh, my goodness. Number 5 was the ball carrier. That was Kyle Cousins, the sophomore quarterback. And, boy, he just took a beating on that play. And, again, we talked about this at halftime, Coach. Schnoot's defense, man, very rarely are they twisting you down. But you know how sometimes you can just twist them down or kind of you have to use their momentum, let them fall forward. That almost never happens. They are hitting you and hitting you hard. First down, Herb's got it. He's back to pass. He's looking deep over the middle. He's got a man. It's just going to be overthrown.
That was just a hair. Just a hair overthrown.
Yeah, Sean Williams. Safety was actually in good position to make a play on that ball. Parker Allen, the senior, one of the few seniors for this Fort Scott club. But it was a good throw by Herb, just a little too much, as they went for it all there on first down.
Hate to correct you, but that was actually the corner making a correction and trying to help his teammate from getting burnt. He left his guy when he saw the ball in the air and
you're right.
You're
right. You're absolutely right.
So that's it.
Here's Leedy, big hole up the middle. He's making some moves. Makes the move to the outside, and that's going to score him.
He juked that guy out of his shorts, Dave.
Wow. Ty Leedy, 37-yard run. Boy, a juke at about the 25, and then a cut to the outside. You're going to see it right here. Ty Leedy's going to run into your living room with this juke right about there, and that little cut to the outside, turning around the defensive back, is what scores him. And so Schnoot continues scoring with the big play. Extra point on the way. It is up, and it is good. Schnoot leads it 28-0. 4:24 to go here in the third. You're watching a KFEX Comet Vision production.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, located right across the street from Royster Middle School in downtown Chanute, is in the business of making you feel better, faster. With 3 licensed pharmacists, the Medicine Shop has the knowledge to know the right drugs and the proper dosage to ensure your safety. If you're not quite up to your game, Medicine Shop offers delivery to your door. The Medicine Shop, a proud underwriter of the Chinook Blue Comets.
Started passing and moving the ball. Why they went back to that? Yeah. Good to see you.
Welcome back. Schnoot has just gone up 28-0 here in the third quarter. 4:24 to go in the third. Stark Wright getting set to kick this ball. Cal Cousins, the quarterback, is the deep man for Fort Scott.
I wonder if they tried a little pooch kick right in the middle there, Dave. There's nobody in there.
Here it is, and no, it's a deep ball, and that's going to hit it about the 5. Well, he's going to have to pick that up. It's at the 1. Cousins going to have to pick it up. He's got nothing in front of him but white shirts. And, oh, my goodness, he gets rocked down at the end of that play. Trey Dillo.
Wow.
It was almost as if they were holding him up for him.
That's a gain of 9 yards of hard fought running.
My goodness.
That ball took definitely a Chinook bounce and set on the 1 yard line.
Something tells me when old Cal Cousins is a senior, he will not be the return man.
No.
Because You just saw a prime example of why your quarterback's usually not your return man. Oh, my goodness, did he take a shot there at the end of that play.
And he turned and twisted and glanced off a couple that would have.
1st and 10 right in front of us. Cousins under center on the 11-yard line. Here's a snap, give to the tailback. And, boy, the running back has just, again, met at the Dagan Dean and others.
It just goes to show you, like, when we played Ulysses and they just ran, you've got to get a pass game to get your run started because we're just bringing guys downhill every play.
Yeah, I just do not know. You're right. I don't know if you don't have a developed passing game against these Blue Comets, you're just going to be you're going to have a lot of trouble finding space to move this ball. 2nd down and 10, no gain. We'll see what they allow this sophomore quarterback to do. They have allowed him to go back and pass. It's been an adventure when he has. He's thrown a couple really bad balls. Here's Cousins, turn, give to the first back through, and he's got a few yards. This time, he had some good momentum, good surge, gets about 3. Maybe even 4 yards. And that is the second back they brought in, not a starter, but they brought in a bigger back.
30 deep.
Nate Adams, a junior, 185-pounder, and he managed to get 3 yards on that play. But it still brings up 3rd and 7. And, boy, Cousins, especially in the second half, has had no time when they've gone back to pass. Here is Cousins. He's got the ball. He gives the handoff. They don't even attempt to pass. And number 11 trying to keep his feet going, but he's not going to be anywhere near the first down.
I think their line's definitely wearing
Well, they said the ball came out. Schnute thinks they have the ball, but they're going to say he was down. Boy, they just never stopped going at you, and they were just ripping at the ball in there.
Fort Scott's just not getting even off the ball. Schnute's, they don't know the count and beating Fort Scott off the line.
4th down upcoming. They have not run the punter on the field yet. I can't imagine they'll go for this.
This would be a disaster call for them.
Down 28-0. The clock's running. We're going to go under 2 minutes before this play gets off the ground. And, yeah, they're going to have to call timeout. They're just letting this timeout come to them. We'll take a timeout with them. 28-0 here in the 3rd. We'll be right back.
For years, Jared Gilmore in Phillips, PA has been providing quality financial guidance to local individuals and businesses. Their expertise ranges from basic tax management and accounting services to more in-depth services such as audits, financial statements, QuickBooks support, and payroll. Jared Gilmore in Phillips, PA has backed Chanute's youth in all their endeavors from the classroom to extracurricular activities. They're proud to help support the youth of Chanute by underwriting this KFEX broadcast.
Headquartered in Fredonia, Ehlert Construction Services was founded in southeast Kansas as a small regional contractor and has now grown into a national heavy industrial construction company with regional offices across the United States. The Ehlert family is proud of our southeast Kansas roots because we know that the people of southeast Kansas make great employees. At Ehlert, we know that employees are our greatest asset and we're committed to investing in the growth of our employees and our community. Ehlert Construction Services, proud to support the youth of Southeast Kansas through the Firescape Coffee House and KFEX Firescape Radio.
To Fort Scott, a big 4th down punt coming up here. They did bring the punting unit out on the field. Thank you to Labette Health, major underwriter for KFEX, for their part in this. Bringing you Chanute Sports. Here's a dynamite punt. It's going to give Leedy a chance to return it, though. And Leedy, dangerous, makes a couple guys miss. Breaks the tackle, and here he goes. They still can't get him down. All they can do is manage to push him out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Ty Leedy, really a great player for the Blue Comets. This ball all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Fort Scott needs to work with their snapper, getting that ball to their punter, but their punter's definitely, he can kick the ball far even with bad snap.
So a nice initial block there by Quentin Harding, and then it's just the Ty Leedy show. He makes a couple guys miss on a juke, breaks a tackle. 1st and 10, again right in front of our position here. We're down on the field tonight. A little bit different viewpoint for us on the road. Herb in the gun. He's, got the snap. It was off to his left. It's going to be the option. Pitches it late. It was a pretty good pitch, and Coombs is going to get what he can get. Good defense by Fort Scott. They strung that out well.
I was going to say, they did just like we would say you have to. You have to use the 12th guy, which is sideline, stretch it out.
So a gain of about 3.
And Herb did his job. He took the time.
And took a hit, too.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. 2nd down and 7 from the 15. Trips to the far side. We've got Dagan Dean right in front of us. Here's the snap. Herb looking to run it off to his left, and he's got some room. Makes a guy miss to the outside and strings it out to the sideline where he gets tackled awfully late.
He got hit out of bounds.
Eric Herb just had a conversation with the student section over there at Fort Scott. I think they kind of reacted to that big hit over there on the sideline, and Herb went down hard and kind of motioned and waved at the student section for Fort Scott there, saying, as if to say, hey, I'm good. I'm all right.
He almost hit the track.
He did. He's having some fun out there. 1st and goal now from the 5 for Chanute. Coombs in the backfield with Herb. Trips to this side. And now we're going to have a timeout as there was some confusion among the offensive players for Chanute. We'll just keep it right here.
I was going to tell you, I think he was going to hit Dean for a pass over here because Dean was all by himself. He had this corner outsized by far.
Yep.
Use the size advantage, take it to the corner.
We'll never know. When they're standing over here, they're huddling here right in front of us, it's the Chanute team. You just see how much more size they have than Fort Scott. We're looking at Augustus Thurston, a 6'4", 297-pound sophomore coach. Sophomore. So Chanute's line is going to be good for a couple years here. It's going to be good and big.
And then you got Seamster as a sophomore.
Chanute's line has been dominant tonight, as they've been for most every game for the last several weeks.
We have Anderson on the line. That's the sophomore. Jacket, the junior.
So here is the 1st and goal play. Herb gets the snap, gives to Coombs, who runs off to his left and is in the end zone. That is a touchdown for Jackson Coombs. Well, that's a nice touchdown for the senior who's battled some injuries. Touchdown for Jackson.
He's gotten in several series tonight, getting him reps.
Yeah, he's actually probably got more speed than Ty Leedy. Just like we said, started off the year with a knee injury. Oh, I don't know if that was a bad snap or if this was a design play, but now Kester throws one up to the corner of the end zone. Well, that play was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
That might have been designed, though. They might have been trying something out there. Let's see here on the replay.
Yep, that was tried. That was planned.
It was almost like, so you tell me if I'm wrong, Coach, but the snap was meant to look bad on purpose.
Yep, it was high so he could do it on the spin, how he spun right out of it.
Yeah. So maybe a little practice time being incorporated into the game here. Just to give it a shot. They say, hey, we haven't had to run this all year. Let's run it and see what happens.
See if we can get one so that when you have to try to get 2, you can.
I mean, just know we're going to bring this up in the post game. Hey, you left a point on the field there, Coach. That point, no, it's 34-0. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. No, I wouldn't dream of it. Coach Cleet Frizzell and his staff have really done a good job with this squad.
They got this Comet team polished up, Coach.
Kickoff coming up here for Chanute. We'll see if they kick it deep again. That last kick
worked out well for him.
Gave Cal Cousins fits back here, the deep man for Fort Scott. So Starkwright set to kick, and it is a deep kick and a good one.
Nice.
Cousins chased back to the 5-yard line, and now here he goes, and he runs it right up the middle, big hole. Oh, it almost broke it, and it's Starkwright, the kicker, with the tackle, and what he brought him. Of course he can tackle. The Chanute kicker, Starkwright, who this is what he does. It's not like he's a linebacker playing kicker. He's a kicker.
Yep.
And, of course, he makes a great tackle out there. We'll see it on the replay as Cam Cousins had real shot to put the first points on the board tonight, and Starkwright brought him down. Great tackle by the senior 167-pounder.
Well, that was definitely the most yards of the night for Fort Scott right there.
1st and 10 from their own 41. Here's Cousins handing off to the tailback who tries to cut it back to the left when there was nothing there, and then run right into Dagan Dean. Cade Gulager.
Usually when you stop your feet as a running back, you don't get very many yards, Dave.
Yep. And, it's not like he didn't make a cut. He totally stopped his momentum because there was nothing there.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. That is going to, the play clock. Nope, the game clock is just ahead of the play clock. So that'll be the last play of the third quarter. As we let it tick down, I'm still looking at it. I'm not so sure. This is tripping me out here a little bit. So I think that the game clock's a split second ahead of the play clock. And
yep,
I'm right. That is the end of the third quarter, officially. It's 34-0 Chanute over Fort Scott. One more quarter to play. We'll be right back.
Home Savings Bank is a platinum underwriter here at the Fire Escape Coffee House. Home Savings Bank has been serving the Chanute area since 1886. Customer-owned and customer-driven, Home Savings Bank, located at 214 North Lincoln Avenue in Chanute, Kansas, is here to serve all your banking needs. Whether your needs are checking, savings account, safety deposit box, lending, or online banking, Home Savings Bank is here to help. Home Savings Bank is located on the internet at homesavingschanute.com. Home Savings Bank is committed to the youth of Southeast Kansas and helping the ministries at the Fire Escape Coffee House.
KFEX Fire Escape radio programming is made possible in part by the underwriting efforts of Sonic Drive-In of Chanute. Sonic Drive-In of Chanute does not consider community involvement a sales gimmick or a public relations ploy. They see it as a way to be a good neighbor and as a way to have a positive impact on their community. It is for these reasons that Sonic Drive-In of Chanute is a proud underwriter of KFEX Fire Escape Radio and the ministry efforts of the entire Fire Escape ministry to the youth of Chanute.
All right, we're back here in the fourth quarter. Comet Vision KFEX production. Big thank you to all our underwriters who support the Fire Escape Coffee House Youth Ministry, to the teenagers of Chanute, and they support Chanute High School and what they're doing. Labette Health, all our underwriters. Here is a first play of the fourth quarter for Fort Scott, and not much there. We got a flag come in late. This could be a holding call.
Not a whole lot going on in the middle of that field.
Yeah, it's just, you're right. Chanute, man, when their run defense, they call a face mask penalty on Chanute. That when your defense is so good, the run defense is good. When you have confidence in that run defense, it really allows you to do some things. Or when your secondary is good, because I think what's happening is they're not afraid of Fort Scott's pass, so they're leaving the bare minimum back, and they're just bringing everyone else forward.
Yeah, just going man with their two corners and a safety.
Brings up 2nd and 2. Fort Scott snap, gives it the up back, and he's gonna be close. Looks like he's got the first down on the initial surge. So a gain of 2 yards, which was what he needed, and that continues to be that second back they brought into the game, and maybe that little bit of size is giving him 2 yards instead of 1. Yep. He's fallen forward more often than their other backs.
Leedy was on that tackle.
Well, another just dominant performance by this defense of Chanute.
You have to say one thing, the wrestling basketball coach will be pretty impressed. These boys are all in good shape coming out, playing.
Boy, aren't they?
I mean,
unbelievable. I keep looking at these kids and thinking about when I was in high school, and you just didn't. Oh my goodness! Huge hit, and the ball comes popping out of there. Big hit. That looked like Brinkman, Jacob Brinkman. Oh my goodness!
Outside backer blitz catches him from the outside.
Oh, look at this hit! Oh my goodness!
Perfect shoulder hit.
It was not Brinkman. Excuse me. It was Colton LaCrone. And a turnover for Fort Scott, and Schnoot's going to be in business here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Yeah, back to your point. I mean, there were big kids when I was in high school, but there weren't ripped kids, like as many ripped kids as there are now. And I don't know if that's due to the better supplements they have and the creatine and all this. They take so many more sports drinks and GNC, you know what I'm talking about? Like the powder, the protein powder. There's so much more of that available. But these kids are all bigger, stronger, faster, and that's a testament to how hard they work. Boy, here's an incomplete pass as Kester let that one bounce out of his hands. Well,
that's a quick pass that we've missed twice this game.
I wasn't around football a lot, but I remember the little I did. That ball hits you in the numbers like that. Your coach is saying, hey, you catch with your hands.
Yeah.
And that one just got into Cam Kester's chest a little bit. It bounced off his pads and back onto the ground. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Herb in the shotgun. He's standing on the 50 exactly. Little quick out pass to the right is caught and moved ahead by Dagan Dean, and he puts the ball on the ground. Looks like Chanute recovered. So Dagan Dean, a junior, 6'3", 195-pounder. I mean, when you're looking at your receivers and you look out there and you decide that Dagan Dean is one of your smaller receivers at 195 pounds, I guess he's not.
He's a specimen for being a receiver. He's also playing DN. So
Seamster's listed at 184. That doesn't seem right. He seems like he might be a little bit bigger than that now. Sean Williams is the lightest receiver at 153. Cam Kester at 185. Seems like a couple of these guys may have done enough work in the weight room. They may be a little bit better, a little bit heavier than what their program weight is listed.
Yeah, but they're all above 6 foot. That's some nice receivers.
There was a penalty on that play, so it's 2nd and 16. Herb on a little bootleg waggle to Seamster, and he breaks the tackle down the sideline, and he breaks one. And boy, it's going to take half the Fort Scott defense to bring him down. Just a monster.
He gained 10 yards carrying 3 guys.
My goodness. Oh, and another. Well, a lot of after the play antics going on in this game.
That's one thing you got to keep your cool. No matter what, Fort Scott has nothing to lose. If they start running their mouth, you got to keep your mouth closed. I don't know who they're going to call this on. Both refs are talking to both teams about chatter.
Yeah, there has been some chatter. It'll be interesting to see who this was on. Usually you get the second guy.
Yep.
First guy says something or bumps, and then the second guy retaliates, and that's usually who they catch.
They see, yep.
Not saying that's what happened here, but we'll let them sort it out. The white hat talking about it. Oh, yeah. Well, the Chanute players were pointing at the guys in the red almost before the flag went up. So something happened there, and it was the guy getting blocked. So he was mad about how he was getting blocked, apparently. And it is on Fort Scott. So he said a magic word. is the most likely culprit. It's not hard. It's not easy. You're down 34-0. Some kids want to win.
It's homecoming
night. When you're competitive, you don't like taking a beating.
No.
And that'll get those juices, those emotions flowing. 1st and goal from the 5 is what it brings up. Here's Herb, hands off to Coombs, and Coombs is met in the backfield and tries to spin off of it, but nothing doing.
We're not getting outside. We're getting a lot up the middle, but
yeah, Fort Scott's defense on the outside has been up to the task. We'll see what happens here on the line on this replay. As it just looks like the sophomore 75 was expected to pick up that linebacker. That's young Augustus Thurston, and he'll learn there. He looked like there was just some confusion on the blocking assignments there. 2nd down and goal. Here's the snap, fake jet sweep, all wide open across the back, and Sean Williams couldn't come up with it. Oh, great play call.
Here's another flag in the backfield.
Oh, my goodness, lots of penalties.
But that was a beautiful call by the coach. He was wide open coming across.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct again. Is that, my goodness, what is happening?
Herb had all the time in the world on that play, but I was looking at the replay and I didn't see it. So.
Yeah, someone said something again. I
this
don't
one's
know.
going against us.
This is a situation where I don't know if I'm maybe the coaches of Chanute, I might call a timeout and say, hey, everyone get your head in the game and quit mouthing off. Like whether it's with the other players, whether it's with the officials, you just focus on playing the game. You don't like to see this.
No, you don't want to see.
There's been a lot of chatter going on. Win like you've done it before, they say.
Go.
Yeah. 3rd and 20 now. 3rd and goal all the way back at the 20.
It makes it hard to get to score a touchdown when you've shot yourself in the foot, but we'll see where we go.
Herb in the gun, Seamster in motion. He's back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Boy, it looked like they were setting up a screen, and Herb did not have enough time to deliver it. This is usually where you see an illegal lineman down the field. And there is a flag on the ground, and I'll be interested to see if that's the call.
And they think looks like he's calling intentional grounding, but he had a receiver dancing for the ball.
Well, we got 2 flags. We got another one back over here. The first call. Well, now they're deliberating with the coaching staff of Fort Scott. So the intentional grounding is going to be the worst call.
But his receiver, well, he threw it way over Five's head. Well, we had a receiver coming to it.
So it is an illegal man downfield, as I had anticipated. That call is declined, and then an intentional grounding call is accepted. That'll be a loss of down. And so maybe back out of field goal range now, too. So Chanute, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Probably a pooch kick upcoming as Herb jogs back onto the field. He'll probably do this thing where he tries to give a hard count a couple times, then back up. That's what they usually do in this situation. But it's 4th and goal from the 47, Coach. You don't have many plays made specially for this.
Quarterback delay.
So Herb is in the shotgun. Boy, they might just let him throw one up here. He's got the snap, and it's just a handoff to Ty Leedy, and why not? Ty dragging tacklers, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ty was hustling back to the huddle. It's like that was 4th down, my guy. Ty was ready for the play. So turnover on downs. It was a decent gain of 12 yards for Ty.
Well, it was a wall. We were within inside the 5. That was a wall defense. I mean, penalties on both sides, but.
Well, Chanute has played a great game tonight, but that last drive will be the teaching moments in film tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely how we have to keep our composure no matter what.
We got a false start on the left guard for Fort Scott. Well, this game has gotten really rough here in the last 10 minutes. There's lots of mistakes happening. 34-0, Chanute leads here in the 4th quarter. So 1st and 15 upcoming. Coach, how do you keep your team focused when you're just obliterating opponents like this down the stretch? Do you lighten up in practice? How does that work?
No, you definitely don't lighten up at practice.
Here's a good run on the outside.
You pay attention more to stay with your fundamentals, though. I mean, like what they're doing, tackling, running through it.
Yeah. So. We've got some young players out there on defense, and that was a big hit right there. And, in fact, Cade Small, a freshman, came out with the ball. Look at this hit on Cousins here at the end. Of course, the hit was put on by our guy, Quentin Harding. So you got some freshmen out on the field now. We'll try to call out their names.
We got Tanner Reed in at corner on the left side.
2nd down and 5 after a big gain from Cousins. Well, this is a busted play, and Cousins has nowhere to go. My goodness.
We have Bilby in on the outside backer on the left side.
Jacob Aguilar still in there, the senior, is the one who finished off that play. But, boy, there were defenders all over the place. And here comes Aguilar out along with Dylan Treelog and makes way for Kyle Palmer, a senior who's not a starter. Well, Chinook's defense, backups in there now, still making them go backwards. 3rd and 12 upcoming here for Fort Scott.
So the backup guys are going to get a good 9 minutes of football to get prepared for their opportunities.
Here's a handoff, and he's got a little running room, but he's going to obviously be well short of the first down, so most likely going to see a punt. We'll see some young players in on offense coming up here. That'll be, you talked a little bit about this in the pregame. You're not up by 40 or more, so the clock's not running. You're going to get some good time for some young players. Develop a little depth here. Get them some game moments in varsity time. So it'll be interesting to see what we see on offense here after this punt.
It helps to build the want to stay at the practice level.
Actually, we may not see a punt.
Well, looks like they're going for it.
They're going to go for it. 4th down and 8. Cousins, little toss back to the running back, and here comes the swing, and we're going to have this one's going to come back. He's not going to make the first down anyways, but there's going to be a hold on this play on Fort Scott.
You decline that?
Well, I think you would have to if they didn't make the first down.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a hold on number 10 there.
Blocking the back, but
yeah, he is short of the first down, so that's going to be a turnover on downs.
We'll try to see what numbers come out on the field.
So we'll see here. Yeah, Chanute on offense. We've got 6:59, 7 minutes of game time here. And here comes the offense. Looks like Herb's still out there, so we've got first-teamers out there on offense still. Yeah,
first-teamers.
So we had some freshmen in there on defense, but one more series for the offense, and the defense has played better than the offense, in all fairness. Offense has scored on some big plays tonight, but Fort Scott, other than those big plays, has been somewhat up to the task. Here's Ty Leedy around the left side. Nice cut back to the middle, and that's going to bust him. Wow, what a run by Ty Leedy.
And when he gets out there in the open, you're not going to catch him.
43-yard run by Leedy. Oh, my goodness.
So that's 2 runs, puts him over 100.
He sees the field so well, Coach.
Yeah, that was
Watch this cutback.
That was just a lane.
Well, first of all, he's got a lot of room, but then he sees the field like right here. And that cutback to the right completely breaks him out into the open. And a wall of blockers escorts him to the end zone.
He likes to follow Lacrone.
Yeah. Yeah, let's give credit to those blockers.
Yeah.
Wonderful blocking down the field. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. No trickery on this play on the extra point.
Straight running.
And it is 41-0 Chanute. With 6 minutes now, we got the running clock because of the rules. So the clock will begin running now. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching a Comet Vision KFEX production.
Whether you're completing home repairs, weekend projects, or planting your garden for spring, Cleaver Farm and Home, 2103 South Santa Fe, has a carefully selected inventory for all of your paint, hardware, and building needs. Cleaver's also offers free delivery for cat and dog food if ordered online at www.cleaverfarm.com. Cleaver supports the youth outreach of the Fire Escape Youth Ministry and is happy to underwrite KFEX Radio. Thank you, Cleaver family. We appreciate your support.
All right, 5 minutes, 5:15 and counting. Running clock now as Chanute has just gone up by more than 40 points here in the fourth quarter. 41-0, dominant game by the Blue Comets. And Fort Scott will get another offensive possession, and we'll see another defensive possession of some of these young guys in there. Stark Wright back to kick this one off. He saved a touchdown on the last kick. This one's a pooch kick. It is up, caught by an up man who's immediately hit.
You know who that was?
Number 7, Wyatt Costin, Jr. Big hit by Costin. His older brother, Jaden, was a good receiver on this team for a couple years here in the past few.
Just that love to hit with the shoulder.
All right, so young guys in there on defense. Quentin Harding back there at safety. Cash Fitzmaurice, sophomore linebacker in there. Here's the snap and the run. Few yards on that game. Brought down by number 24, Cade Small. Freshman linebacker, 5'10", 166-pounder. Landon Bilby also in the game. Freshman D-back, 5'10", 177-pounder. He's a big kid for a freshman D-back.
There's several freshmen out there right now, which is good for the Comets coming up. I mean, have that many freshmen come in and stop a varsity team.
Cousins hands to the tailback and nothing doing on that play. Lots of Comets there, including number 24. We just called his name, Cade Small. Couple plays in a row where he was in there. Also looked like Danny Bollig was in on that play. So third down coming up. These young Comets doing their job now on defense. Third down and 4. Big play for these young Blue Comets. Let's get them to fourth down.
See if they can make a stop.
Say, just because we subbed in the youngsters, it doesn't mean you're not going to have to work for these first downs.
We got number 68 in at defensive tackle, and I don't have his name on our program.
Here is Cousins under center. He's back, gives to the tailback, who is wrapped up immediately.
Nothing.
Number 32, Danny Bollig.
Smothered 46.
That brings up fourth down. They will most assuredly probably go for this. So one more play for these young defenders. And what a big moment. Number 46 made a great play there. We should mention him, Cash Fitzmaurice. Went low. What a big play here for this young defense. These young defensive players are in the game. 41-0 Chanute. First team offense still out there for Fort Scott. Fourth down and 2. This is kind of exciting. I want to stop here, Coach.
We got to have a stop. That'd be 2 stops in a row for him.
Let's make this happen.
And you keep your starting varsity happy because you don't give up any first downs.
Here's the snap. Give to the tailback. He's up the middle, and he's going to have the first down. Well, he didn't get much, but he got enough for that first down.
Cash on the tackle there.
Cash Fitzmaurice called his name a few times already in these couple drives. The
help out by Bowling.
Sophomore linebacker. Well, the announcer got really excited about that Tiger first down. He hasn't been able to say that too much tonight, so he made sure and busted that one out.
The clock's just still rolling, so.
Yeah, we're about to go under a minute. Cal Cousins under center for Fort Scott. Little toss back, toss sweep to the right.
Way to stretch
stringing him out on the sideline. And boy, he got pasted.
Maybe a couple yards. He got paid. He paid for those yards.
Yeah, there's Fort Scott finding a little more running room with the backup young Chanute defenders in there.
Kept him inbound, so the clock's still running.
That is most likely going to be the last play of the game unless Fort Scott elects to run another play, but they don't have to. They may try to run one just because. Nope, they are not. They're going to throw in the towel. That is going to do it. Chanute winners again by shutout again. 41-0. I don't know, Coach, as we go into the postgame here, I don't know that I've seen a more impressive defensive run than what we've seen by Chanute in these last few games. Let's look at, you got the schedule up? You got the schedule up on your phone there, Coach? I could probably find it as well.
Yeah, I've got it.
But let's just talk about Chanute's defense and what they've done in the last, well, since week 1, essentially. They come out and lose the Circle on the road in week 1. And we were all kind of left confused and wondering because we kind of thought this team was going to be pretty good.
Right.
And after that first game, we're like, oh, man, well, we kind of looked a little ragged, didn't know. And now rattle off the scores after week 1.
So week 1, we lost 20-12, 20-12. With Pittsburgh, we only gave up 7 points.
Okay, and those 7 points were on an interception return. No offensive scores for Pittsburgh in that game.
Okay, and then the next game, Jefferson West, we led 8 points.
Okay, gave up 8.
Ulysses, 48-0. Independence, 44-0. And then tonight we go 41-0.
48, 44, 41 to zip. That is over, we're about 130 points scored in the last 3 weeks to 0 given up. 0, coach, in the last 3 weeks. 3 straight shutouts for the Chanute Blue Comets. And what a dominant performance again here by Chanute. They have been outstanding defensively, and it held up again tonight. Really, Fort Scott only put together that one drive in the second quarter where they managed to string together a few first downs. But, oh my goodness, what a performance that the Blue Comets have put on defensively in the last 3 weeks.
And we were talking on our ride over here, Dave, that Chanute's going to have to keep their head up and their studying up because not that anything's a walkover, but our next 2 games, there's 0 wins. So to keep building for the postseason, they got to play like they played tonight.
How do you keep your focus up moving forward? Like what? I asked you maybe a little bit of this in game. Now that you've had a little bit more time to think about it, if you're the coach, what do you do? Do you do anything different in practice the next couple weeks to kind of keep them on their toes?
Well, when we were talking about you worry about your injuries, it's not like you lay off at practice, but you're doing fundamentals. You're doing key things. You go back and work on some tackling, but you're not. These guys are obviously smashing, running through their tackles. So you don't have real hard practices, and then your day for defense and your day for offense. You bring the hardest hit in 2 days, but after that, it's just work on your fundamentals of your special teams, of routes, coverages, but.
How badly, if you're the defense, do you want to keep stringing shutouts together? It's been 3 games now, 3 straight shutouts. When they give up that next score, they're going to be brokenhearted.
Very let down, yeah. It'll be a big thing coming. So they definitely want to look for the next 2 games.
Well, let's talk about game balls, Coach. Let's start with the offensive side of the ball. The offense, there was a big play in the passing game, but really, you're talking about Ty Leedy.
2-1.
What does Ty Leedy mean to this offense?
Well, he scored. He ran over 100 yards in 2 plays. Mm-hmm. I don't know what his stats were. Probably close to 200 yards. Mm-hmm. But he has 4 touchdowns. Tonight. He means a lot. He just when you hit him, you expect that he wouldn't be able to stay. But he runs through 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles and carries guys.
He's just so unassuming to look at.
Yep.
Just a small frame guy. But the way he can run through tacklers is amazing enough. But then you give him the kind of vision he has on the field.
For cutting.
2 of those long touchdowns came because he made these great cuts at the perfect time to really spring him open. So Ty Leedy, I think you would probably agree. He gets the offensive game ball tonight. Maybe, Coach, who do you think deserves a defensive game ball?
That is definitely a hard one.
It's every week. Right. Every week we're like, I don't know. They're good.
The front line is important because if they weren't doing their job, the linebackers wouldn't look so good.
It's true.
But Ty Leedy could be on the defense.
Yeah.
But
I say Kedrick Emling a lot.
I'm going to say Emling again.
But it's just because – but you're right. Kedrick Emling comes from that linebacker position with his ears pinned back. And the only reason he can do that is because your line is playing so well. The line's playing well. So let's give the game ball. Emling is clearly your emotional defensive leader. He's out there making big plays. He's flying around. Let's give the game ball to the defensive line tonight.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
They did their job, and that's what allows them guys to fly like they are.
The game ball goes to the beef tonight on the defense. The defense. Hey, next week, Coffeyville at home. depending on what Coffeyville does tonight. They were winless going into tonight, so hopefully we'll see another good game next week. I'd like to acknowledge our KFEX CHS Comet Vision Sports underwriters for this season. We got Labette Health, the Medicine Shop, Dr. Grant Gastineau, Cleaver Farm and Home. They got a big anniversary thing going on, shindig going on tomorrow, lots of giveaways, food trucks and such, so everyone should go out there tomorrow. Fun community stuff.
They got a lot of displays, Dave, of their products and different things to show customers that are coming.
Yeah, so they're having a big thing tomorrow. Jared Gilmore and Phillips, PA, Community National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Shields Motor Company, Michael Horgan, CPA, Ayler Roof Systems, and Home Savings Bank. Thank you to all the underwriters that make this possible. Hey, everybody, if you're going to watch this broadcast and say, man, this is impressive what you guys are doing, give all the credit to these kids. Caleb Wood is teaching these kids, and they are putting on a production that's worthy of Monday Night Football out here. This is great stuff. We're sitting at tables with 6 monitors on the sideline of a high school football game underneath the Friday night lights, and it's all high school students running the cameras, sitting behind these monitors, pressing buttons that I don't even know what they do. And they're doing it like a well-oiled machine. So we do this because we love the teenagers and the youth of Chanute, Kansas. That's what we're about at the Firescape Coffee House Youth Ministry. We love these kids, and we love being out here to support them.
I just big shout out to Caleb for his vision after he took something and ran with it, and it's an amazing production. We're sitting here
every week. We get comments, and Caleb gets comments from the other high school teams, people that watch this from the other teams, that they've just never seen a high school production like this. So we're just happy to help out and be a part of it. Thank you so much to the underwriters that make it possible for us to be a part of it, as we're a non-profit ministry at the Firescape Youth Ministry and KFEX. So it's thanks to them that we get to be out here and do this thing with them. For the coach, Chad Graham, for the executive directors of the Firescape Coffee House Youth Ministry, Mark and Marilyn Harms, for Caleb Wood, the teacher of these tech classes here in Chanute High School and USD 413 School District. My name is Dave Rimbaud. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next week at home against Coffeyville. Good night.